Stream started.
Hello, YouTube.
So YouTube's always first, but then we got to get everything else going.
It's because YouTube's so important.
Yeah, well, it's true. We just started. Well, most of our stuff is on Facebook these days because I don't know, like the thing was just working better on Facebook or something there for a while, but now it's working on.
There's more interaction on Facebook. There's
Yeah,
more,
I guess that's the thing. There's more, but we love our YouTubes.
Yeah.
I
mean, and if you just
I'm on YouTube all day. Listening to stuff.
And if you're watching, feel free to comment. Even if it's after the fact, be sure and comment. We will respond eventually.
Yeah, we have YouTube response now. Da 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 da. Okay, but we can start.
Oh.
Everybody ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Hold on to your seats, guys. Here we go.
Whee!
Hey.
What are you laughing at?
Well, I was telling the YouTube people, like, all right, here we go, and I hit start, but I never sent it to Facebook before that. So like halfway through the little credit thing, like I thought, oh, I didn't hit the start button on Facebook.
Well, speaking of YouTube, Chris B is watching and says, "Hiya."
Hiya.
Yes, please.
So
thanks for tuning in.
As you can tell, we're up to our usual high standards of broadcasting.
We're a professional situation over here. We got it together.
Well, it keeps it fun. Yeah, but Chris, thanks for joining. And tonight's going to be so much fun. I have a brand new painting that I started today, and Jacqi hasn't even seen it yet. So I'm really curious about that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, we have a live sitting that we have planned. And it's going to be on the 31st, but we're going to stream it live. So we have people that are coming into the studio and all that. I mean, you see how professional we are in our normal broadcast, our normal stream. So this could be a chaotic mess. So I don't know. I think it'd be worth tuning in just to watch the place burn down around us as we're trying to do this.
Yeah, this is how much we have it together. I went out to look for props for this sitting. And spent a good chunk of time with Jack going to antique stores and whatnot. And the only thing I came home with was a Star Trek glass.
Yeah, which has nothing to do with the set. It's a 1920 setting. You came home with something from the 24th century. So,
Well, we could always throw in some Star Trek people if they were back in time.
Yeah.
And
Renaissance you should totally dress up in one of your Star Trek uniforms and be there with a tricorder, almost like you're trying to see if you're checking out everything in the night.
Yeah, making sure it's all legit. Yeah,
yeah,
I can do that. Well, Fred joins us, says, hey, was just thinking about you. Glad you're healthy.
Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate that.
Thanks for tuning in. And Owen says, hey, surprised to see you guys live stream tonight. Well, John wasn't feeling good Tuesday, and you've been, working really hard, and I think it kind of got on top of you, because John's been building things in the backyard, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for saying I've been working hard. I don't know. I haven't noticed that. But it just feels like normal stuff. But I've been working on some elephant paintings and other things. But, I have the epilepsy that I was born with. And every once in a while, if you have a chronic thing, every once in a while it has to remind you that it's there. And, so. But it wasn't a big deal or anything. And feeling much better. And thanks to everybody that wished me to feel better and all the nice likes and messages and everything. So I appreciate that, guys. That really made me feel better. I hate to cancel a live stream on Tuesday. It always makes me feel like I don't know. I mean, the live streaming it's not like a job or anything. It's something that we just really like to do. We like to hang out with you guys, and it's just a lot of fun. But when I say I'm going to do something, I usually like to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you rarely don't follow through with literally in all the gigs you've done in the last 5+ years, I think we've had to actually call somebody and say we're not, you're sick or something, maybe twice.
I think it was
in
once.
Years.
I think it was once, and it was the Dallas Museum of Art, and it was to Amanda, and the only reason I didn't is because I was feeling really bad,
Yeah.
And Amanda said I didn't have to be there. So,
Yeah.
but I go there anyway. Like if I say, oh, I think I'm going to be there, that I'm there. And she was like, oh, you don't have to be here. And I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, and you
all
were
right.
having...
this time I won't.
Yeah, and John was having some fun seizures the night before, so it was like, oh,
I don't even remember it. I just remember...
Of course you don't.
I just remember it's funny with the seizures that interferes with your memory, but I just remember because that was the gig that I couldn't do. I even did like a stand-up like live painting, and I don't remember what state I was in, but my back was like broken or whatever, and apparently from the end I couldn't stand up without it just being like just sweating, and but I said I'd be there. So I was there. Well, but I feel bad because I usually like stay extra long after.
Oh yeah.
But after my gig was over, I was like, I gotta go back to the hotel, and it was just.
Well, Owen says okay.
Sorry, so much information. TMI, Owen. You're like, oh, I'm surprised you're here tonight. We're like, unload on you.
No. Antonio joins us and says, pick me for the free art. Arthur Aston has joined us, says, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And Owen says, epilepsy sucks. I have friends that deal with it. So, and then Chris B gives hearts and prayer emoji. So,
well, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. And but no worries about me and anything. Everything that I have to deal with, it's not that big a deal, honestly. And but hearts and prayers to people out there that are dealing with much more serious kinds of things. But I really appreciate the thoughts.
It's interesting how like you'll be totally kind of foggy and out of it, and that whole day Tuesday was kind of a wash, and we noticed it at the house obviously, but then like Wednesday.
I'm normally so sharp.
You're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You got like coffee, and I'm like rolling out of bed like, what's up? And you're like, I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's too early.
Well, there's a side thing about this, and this isn't anything that we were going to talk about tonight, guys. But I will say, most things have a silver lining, and when I do have some seizure activity, it's usually in my frontal lobe and my temporal lobe, and that's the part of your like creative part of your brain. And I have noticed that a lot of times after that, I seem more creative, like I have more ideas and stuff. I don't know if it's because of that or if it's just like, yay, I'm feeling better, so that's a surge of energy or what. But
you've had some weird paintings come out of like epilepsy, days, and I mean some are like.
And this painting is different.
Oh, is it?
It's very different.
I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest.
I'm a little nervous too for you seeing it, but it is different. But it's not really a post-ictal painting because it's that it's a little far away from it. But so you haven't seen it, and Jacqi will see it the same way that you guys see it. She has a monitor that's set up over there, and so she's looking at the back of the canvas right now in the studio. So she's over there, like the painting's right here. She's over there, so she's seeing the back of it, and I was like, oh, don't look at it, don't look at it.
Well, Chris B says, no, not at all. It's amazing to be allowed in your lives. So.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that tremendously.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of being allowed in our lives.
Oh, what?
Well, the sitting on the 31st.
Oh, yeah.
So we've done sittings before, and we're doing this sitting. So, what's the best way to put, like, this, we call our little live stream the Drastic Art Measure. So it's like the damn stream. It's our damn show. It's the damn show. It's the Drastic Art Measures, and we have a Facebook group called the Drastic Art Members. And so we post things in there, and we're doing a live sitting where in our studio, and we're having, it's just going to be a few people. It's not going to be like a big crowd or anything like that, but they're going to come in, and we have a couple friends that are amazing creative artists / models / they do a lot of different things, just wonderful people, and they're actually going to model some 1920s outfits and things. And we have like a few different sets we're going to set up. It's very minimal. So think public theater, or something. It's not like grand sets or anything.
Are you trying to say it's going to be a hot mess?
No, well, it is probably going to be a hot mess. So that'll be fun just to watch that. But we're doing it though, and the reason we're going to stream it is because anybody that can't come, live, which is most people. Most people don't live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So and plus, it's easier to get to on the computer. So we're going to stream it. We're going to have a camera set up so that it's just going to be like an art class where you have a model come in and they model. But the theme for this, though, is sort of a 1920s theme. And it's because I'm wanting to work on some paintings that it's a 1920s and 2020s mashup. So, you know, if you're not able to be here in person, we're going to stream it. And you'll be able to look at the video. You can take pictures from it. You can do whatever you need to be able to sketch and draw and all that. So, I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun. And we'll hang out and we'll do it. It'll be very different. It won't just be Jacqi and I just sitting here talking all the time, because we'll actually be putting the sitting together and all that. So a lot of it's probably just going to be like the camera. One thing is that, you know, we usually have music and stuff playing during a live sitting, a sitting like that, and that's going to be a little tricky because we don't want like the jackbooted Facebook commandos to come rappelling through the ceiling.
We don't want the law on our
Zuckerberg
tails.
said no. So
yeah, I mean, I think what will worst case scenario, we'll stream it without sound unless we cut in to talk. So I mean, what I imagine would be a great scenario for you guys out there that aren't physically here but you want to maybe create art or just hang out or whatever, is that we'll have a camera that's on the models so that you can draw or do some sort of creative process, whatever you choose.
And we can all chat and everything.
Yeah,
too.
and we can chat. The chat will be up and everything, but so if music is a problem, we'll at least have that. But otherwise, we'd have music, and you'd hear the energy in the room. That would be great. It's just, we got to figure this out.
And I'm thinking one thing, like I want to check with the music, because I read that Facebook has had a music change, so that if you're going to stories or something, sometimes you can have live music, and they won't mute it, or they won't, like, you know, take your stream down. So we might actually, you know, if you want, we could try to do a live stream on a story and see if that works, where I'm just painting, we're just chatting, but we have music going and seeing how long it lasts.
Well, this is our first one. Well, that we're gonna try to do legit. We have done. If you dig in our videos, there is an old sitting that we did way back in the day, but so that what might be good is if we have also like one of our phones going as the story, so we can post it in multiple spots in case there's like an issue.
Okay.
But I mean, we'll let everybody know it's next weekend. It's the 31st, and we'll post about it. So
yeah, it'll be posted all over. And so yeah, and I was wondering too, because but we might want to do the story thing like earlier next week, where we just try it maybe and just see if it even works.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Either they cancel our Facebook.
Well, Steve Severance. Steve Severance has joined us from Steve's Wine Bar, and he says, "Miss you two."
Oh man,
so, miss you guys. I know we need to go out there and drink some wine.
Oh my gosh, Steve's Wine Bar is the absolute best. Anybody that likes wine and didn't, I think, knows about Steve's Wine Bar. But you and Karen are awesome. But man, I've been hearing about all the live music and stuff you guys have been doing. It's just incredible.
Yeah, they have like the streaming live music thing down, because during COVID that's what they were doing, and it was working out really well.
Man.
Well, Sheila joins us, says glad you're feeling better.
Well, thank you.
And Steve says hey. So.
Well, maybe I should show this painting.
Okay.
Oh, and we're gonna give away some free art tonight.
Yeah.
And the way we do that is we play a trivia game. Jacqi has gotten together some trivia questions. I don't know what they are. If any other night that we've done that is any indication, I probably don't know the answer.
It's general trivia. I tried to look up like some other trivia, art trivia. We've done it all, I feel like, and then
we played the last time we played. I got every question right, which I don't know is that, but I was wearing a hat, so I'm not wearing a hat tonight. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but I want to show you guys. I want to show you this painting. I'm a little nervous. Jacqi is my best critic.
And I have a really bad like face when it comes to like I can't.
Do you? I only know the words that come out of your mouth. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like I can't. Like I'm not a good liar and hiding my face.
Well,
but your paintings are. Have
you tried to lie about it before? Because it is. No, I mean, she doesn't like something, she'll tell me. But that's because Jacqi loves art, and more than she loves me.
Dang.
No, I'm just kidding, but but she's extremely honest, and that's why it's really great to ask her about these things. But anyway, she hasn't seen this, but this is part of a new series I'm doing. I'm working on some elephants. I'm working on it's a reflection series, so it has to do with glass and going through glasses, reflections in water, and all that. So in this painting, it's a reflection in water. So maybe I should just show you. before and not describe it, and then
Okay.
maybe show it and then describe what it is
Okay.
for anybody that can't see. Okay,
All
y'all
right,
ready?
I'm excited.
Gosh, this is I feel a little
You're nervous.
a little trepidation here. Okay, here we go.
Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I dig it, babe.
Do you?
Yeah, I dig it.
Oh, good.
It's so.
I was a little nervous.
I get the impression. This is my first impression.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, and it's really well done. I mean, so far it's really good. But my first impression is like the figure above the water is either an older version of the reflection or like a mother of like a child passing or something like that. That's what I'm getting.
Well,
am I anywhere near?
Yeah, and plus I wanted to keep it open, and that's one thing. Like I almost don't want to say what I'm thinking. But for anybody that has a visual impairment, though, let me give a quick rundown on the painting, and then But it's an 18 by 24 inch canvas, and it's vertical, so it's taller up and down than it is side to side. And going in about the middle of the painting, there's a horizontal line. And above that line, there's a woman that's kind of sitting or kneeling next to a pond. And below that horizontal line is the actual pond. But up above, though, her head goes to about an inch or 2 inches to the top of the painting. And it's a woman. She's holding her head down, and she has her hands over her face. Like she's holding her face in her hands. She has dark hair, and it's kind of going around her face. So you can't see her face at all in this. She has a long dress, and right now the dress is mostly white and has some purple. Behind her is going to be, right now it's blacks and grays, a little brown and green, but it's going to be sort of a vegetation and rocky sort of area where it's almost like a rock wall or something that was built up and like a little grotto in a way. So she's there. Now, reflected in the water is a girl, and she has a big white dress, which you probably can't tell right now.
Oh, that's a big white.
Well, sort of.
Okay.
It's sort of it's the grotto is there, but also that. So I don't know if you're going to be able to tell it's a white dress, and it may not matter. But there's a girl that's being reflected there. The water is a lot of deep blues and light blues and turquoise, light greens and dark greens. Because also around the grotto up above the water is vegetation and stuff. It's going to be reflected down there, and so I've just started this painting today. And but it's all I worked on really today. So it's just an underpainting. So all the black lines are made with that paint that I have that feels a little tacky. So that's how I draw. And so it's a lot of that. And I'm starting to put in the colors and things. So it's going to change quite a bit because I want to have the water go over this girl's reflection. But I want her to have a dress on and everything, like to be kind of fluffy. Right now, I'm not sure if the girl looks, like an angel, or if she looks. The idea with this, like my initial idea is that this woman is very sad. She's very depressed, but inside there is a happier version of herself. Maybe something from the past, but like Jacqui was saying, and this painting can mean different things to different people. So I was really wanting to keep it open because it can look like the passing of a kid. Of her child or someone, which to me is really sad. So I don't like to think about that.
That's like the worst.
I like yeah. So I like thinking about it being more that this woman and she's working through issues in her life. It could be all sorts of things, but but when you have darkness in you, you also have the opposite. You have the light and the hope, and you have to be able to reach towards that. And
is the little girl, like, did you position her arm like that so it looked like she was reaching up to the woman, or?
Well, I want it to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I did want to have it like
so
reaching
it's not
out.
mirrored, yeah.
But I wanted it to be creepy, weird.
Okay.
I was listening to it a little bit the other day when I wasn't feeling
You've been
good.
watching some horror flicks.
Come here, Georgie. Hey, Georgie, we all float down here. So I wasn't wanting that necessarily, but I just wanted to be, I want to paint it with an idea that that's happy and joy down here in the water, and it's opposite of what she's feeling. Because very often, like when you feel very sad or you're negative, and we've all gone through that, but it's important to remember that that's just one aspect of ourselves, and in the goodness, the light is in us too. The happiness. So that's what I want to have here. I want to have, like, even though we're feeling this is reality. Reflected is something completely different. So
yeah.
So it's like, this is the way this woman is now, but this isn't forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a lot to do in paint.
It's deep, man.
It's deep.
It's heavy.
It's very deep. Yeah, it's very heavy.
It's so heavy.
But and then, like, in the elephant paintings, which I showed, like, last week or the week before.
Well, we when you weren't feeling good Tuesday, I posted a picture.
Yeah, thank you.
And you haven't touched it since. So if you guys have seen the last post, that's what it looks like now, and I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it is so cool.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's part of the reflection series too, and that's the other one where it's being reflected in water, and it's an 8-foot by 4-foot painting, so it's much bigger than this one.
Yeah, it's really big.
But the idea that the reflection in the water of the elephants, though, if you notice, is pretty much a line for line reflection of the elephants. Like, there is some difference, but it's the actual elephant, and I did that on purpose because I want the elephants to. It's more of a reflection of what we think of them, because their colors are going to be complementary. So, like, the elephant above the water is going to be a certain color scheme.
Yeah.
And then reflected is going to be the exact opposite. It's going to be like the complementary colors to that.
Yeah.
Not hitting you over the head with it, not being too crazy.
Yeah.
But one of the things about that is that, like, elephants, I think, like with most of nature, what you see is what you get. Like, they're like very honest.
Yeah.
But whenever we see an elephant, we anthropomorphize them quite a bit. Like, we put our own emotions and feelings and stuff on that. So I'm wanting to kind of show that the elephants. So the reflection that we're seeing is it's like us.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's another. Yeah.
I dig it. Well, Chris B says wow to the painting on your easel.
Well, thank you.
So my daughter's daughter is about to leave for college. My daughter is excited to have her daughter reach this place, but she is also broken because her daughter is leaving. So.
Oh man, I
can't. I'm gonna be messed when Jack gets to that point. But yeah.
I feel for you for that. That's but what's wonderful though is the feeling of sadness because she's leaving means that you guys are close. Which is also kind of nice.
That's true.
I mean, I've met parents that you're like, I can't wait for my kids to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, are you 18 yet? Are you get out?
Get out.
Like on their birthday, like their their gift is like, all right.
I'm about to start charging Jack rent.
No, our 13-year-old. No, but I know what you mean though, because like Jack, I love having him here, and if he wants to, he can stay here as long as he wants.
I think he's planning on it. I think he's planning on it.
Well, good. I mean, I'm kind of hoping he goes to school nearby. I mean, but kids need to leave. It's natural. It's normal, and all that fun stuff. But I feel you though. I best of luck to you with that. And
he says that
congratulations, by the way.
Says that your painting reflects that. So that's why he said that. So Steve said that yes, we need to come visit, and he loves the idea of the reflection series.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
And Fred said awesome, a little dark, but water is pure, great.
Hit the thing in my head.
So Fred digs it, says it's a little dark, but the water is pure, great. And Arthur says, this reminds me of the saying, everything we need is within.
Ooh, yeah.
It's interesting. I dig it.
I like that.
And my mom has joined us and says, hi, guys.
Well, hey.
So,
but I think, this is a little dark, but I know, like, one of my aunts is really, really sick, and she's just a beautiful, beautiful person on the inside and out, and just wonderful, and, and feel a little under the weather this week, and then, but it's funny, like, whenever you have things that are a little, I don't know, a little blue or a little down or things, it's so nice to remember that that's just a moment, and to try to find the good things, like, what's, the other facets, the other reflections. So
well, it's good to, it's thought provoking and stuff.
But you were a sweetheart, by the way. I
Who,
thank
me?
so much. Yeah, for whenever I don't feel
for not
good
cringing when you showed me the painting.
No, for like I don't know, when I don't feel good, I always.
Oh, well.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but like when you aren't feeling good, you're not able to be as productive as you want to be. Sometimes you just feel like you're letting everybody down, even if they don't say that. But you just, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
But you're a sweetheart. Though.
you did just finish building a table in the side of the hot tub, so
Yeah,
that was pretty nice.
I'll tell you what, if you have arthritis, guys, hot water is a good thing. I'm trying really hard to develop gills so I can just live in a hot tub.
Yes, you are. Okay. I sleep in. I hate mornings, so I just get up when I want to get up, and I usually will roll over in bed, and I'll like slowly open my eyes, and at least 4 out of 5 times, I see John in the hot tub with his coffee, like floating. I'm like,
It's the only way to wake up.
it is the only way.
But honestly though, like I've had arthritis since I was a teenager because of the Lyme disease, and oh my goodness, like it just like you have coffee out there, and I know it sounds, I don't know, I feel silly kind of saying that because it sounds, I don't I feel very fortunate to be able to have like a hot tub like that, and I went so many years without it, and then getting one. I'm definitely the type of person that uses the thing, and we got a therapeutic one, so so going there for like a little like heat therapy, and man, it's,
you use it a ton. Like a lot of times, a hot tub is a money pit for people, and they're like, we never use it even though we wanted it, and you use it every day, if not twice a day.
Yeah,
so.
usually twice, and it's, but only with the back surgery, I noticed like I was able to get off the pain medicine after the back surgery really quickly because getting in the hot tub was like taking a pain pill, because all the aches and stuff just it eased up enough, and it's the same way like with cause I don't like taking medicine unless you just have to, but Anyway.
Well, Fred said about the painting. He said it's not dark in a bad way. Was what he was saying. And then Nancy Crouch joins us. Says love the emotional layering in the painting.
Oh, thank you, Nancy.
And
you guys are the best.
And then Fred, speaking of the hot tub, says water is magical that way.
So. Yes, it is.
And it reflects in your painting.
Yeah, and I don't like to take Tylenol or Advil or anything like that. So if there's something that I can just go jump into instead.
Oh, well, and Arthur says, look into sensory deprivation float therapy. That helps me a lot with my pain. That sounds really interesting.
It does. Oh, gosh.
You should totally do that. I'm going to look into it.
Are you?
For you. I'm not doing that.
Well, what?
No, I don't want to be left alone with my thoughts like that. That sounds scary.
I don't know. That sounds cool. I would love to do that. And, they made a kind of a silly but a cool movie in the 80s or 90s where they were getting those deprivation tanks, and it wasn't Flatliners, was it? It was something, and they would get into that, and they would, and they were doing something to contact like the beyond or something. I don't know.
Well, I just read a really good sci-fi book that they travel, like, well, I don't want to get into it, but they traveled in time. And the way they traveled in time was getting into those things, and then it was some sort of like sciencey thing, but it's trippy. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna look into it, and I'm gonna put you in one that's gonna be hilarious. We'll film it. So Deidre joins us and says, "I think it looks like a moment in life we can relate to."
Oh well, thank you. Well, cool.
I would agree. And then Fred says, as long as you don't have claustrophobia. Yeah.
No, I don't have too many phobias, really. I don't know.
I don't have it, but I don't want to be without. I don't know. That seems scary to me, to be like with your own thoughts that intensely, like that.
I don't think I have any phobias. I used to have a little fear of heights. That every once in a while would really kind of get me, but when the sight went, I didn't have to look down anymore. The fear of heights went away. Like when I didn't have to see how high up I was. Like I knew, like, I know, like if I'm up on a tall building or something, I'm high up. Or if I'm on if we're doing like a mural and I'm up, on the 5th floor or something, hanging out doing it. I know I'm up high, but I'm not being able to see down.
Yeah.
Kind of helps. I don't know, because, I can just imagine that I'm only I'm 12 inches up.
Yeah, I mean.
I have a good imagination.
It was always great when I'd be up in the boom lift with him and he'd make it, bounce up and down. And
oh, yeah, that was the thing. I wasn't meaning to.
No more boom lift for Jacqi. Well, Chris says your painting reflects the moment in their lives and echoes life. So that's interesting. I like it. And then Six has joined us over on YouTube and says, it's my favorite thing ever. The float tanks. I sleep so good in them. I like sleeping in space. Interesting.
Oh, wow. Man,
I'm really going to look into this. This could be interesting for you.
Yeah, maybe we could get a big barrel and build our own.
Well, and then I don't think
Barrel.
that's
I don't think a barrel would be
barrel.
an idea.
We're gonna stick John in a barrel. And Fred says, I imagine losing your sight is a little claustrophobic. That's interesting.
It was at first, it sure was, and but then as you learn more, everything kind of opens up. It's like, I don't know. I'm not sure how to explain it, but at first though, like everything, if I had my cane, like once I learned how to use a white cane, if I had my cane, as long as I had my cane, I felt good. If I didn't, like if I was out in public, so I could use it to get around. But if I didn't have my cane, suddenly I felt very isolated, like very like oh boy, here we go, because I just learned how to use a cane, and and then later like you learn more skills, and you're like, okay, well I can use my foot, and then you get a guide dog, and it's like, well, as long as even if the dog's not there, I can Eagle. Come here, Brig. Come here, girl. So you learn.
Eagle just popped up.
Oh, sorry, sweetheart.
She's like, what do you need? What do you need? I'm your guy. What do you need?
What? I thought it was off duty. What?
Well, Steve says, do they do the sensory deprivation somewhere in Denton? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna Google it.
That would
I
be
imagine
cool.
you have to go to Dallas for that sort of stuff, or Fort Worth. I don't know.
I
don't know where they would do it here, but and then Fred says, yeah, you conquered it, the blindness.
Ooh.
Conquered.
Ooh, thank you. Gosh.
So,
well,
anyway, all right, so we
want to give away some art?
Yeah, we should do some trivia.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's give away some art, guys.
So here's how it works. I'm going to ask some trivia questions, multiple choice. If you think you know the answer, put the letter in. I will write, if you get it right, I will write your name on a Post-it, stick it in our fun hat, and John will pull the name, and then you get a free medium print of your choice. We'll send it out to you. So,
and I don't know the questions. I will try to help with the answers, guys. So I'll try to help all I can, but my help may not be that much help. may not be very helpful.
Well, and Lori joins us, says, "Hey guys, I finally caught a live stream. Everything looks beautiful as always."
Oh, thanks you, Lori. Hey, you're just in time to play the game and win some art.
Oh, and Six says, "I found you a while ago and am determined to get one of your pieces someday. They're amazing and you inspire me. Hopefully I'll be able to start painting again."
Oh, man. Well,
thanks so much. That's really sweet.
Thank you so much for that, and I appreciate that. And best of luck returning, to painting. Being able to do that. And the biggest thing for me when I first started, like after I drew all my life, but whenever I restarted, and after losing the eyesight, was I decided I wasn't going to judge anything I did for a year. Didn't matter. It was the act of doing it. Just the act of doing it and trying it. An entire year of not judging anything I did, which is a really hard habit to break because you don't even realize how much you judge yourself. Like every time I would draw a line and try to feel it and it was, horrible, I would think, oh, this is horrible. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not supposed to be doing that. Okay, well then I'll stop doing that. And then you just keep doing it. And so anyway, let's do some questions.
Okay. Oh, Deidre says really fast, do I qualify? Absolutely. And Lori says, yay, I hope so. After this, I have a trivia question for you two.
Oh my goodness, yay.
I like this. Other people bring in questions to the table.
Yeah, that's really cool. So now I have a chance of getting 6 wrong in a row.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And then, and 6 says the float spot in Frisco is one I've visited and it's great. So apparently Frisco has one of those spots, Steve.
The float spot. Okay.
That would be really interesting. Okay. All right, so
I'm just getting paint on myself.
Again, if you're wanting to do art, join the Drastic Art members group. 6 especially because we'll have all sorts of fun things that we're doing. Yeah,
and also I'm going to be posting all that stuff to the Patreon, but you don't have to be a patron to be able to see that stuff. I'm going to be posting it in where anybody can see it, but it'll be a nice place to collect that. And thanks so much to our patrons that are patrons. You guys are the best. But you ready for a question?
I'm ready. Let's do that.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a little... Yeah, okay.
Okay. What is a group of turkeys called?
Oh, what? A flock?
Okay.
No, I'm going to wait for the...
A clutch. B, a rafter. C, a brood. Or D, a peep.
A rafter? A rafter of turkeys. A peep of turkeys. A clutch of turkeys? A rafter of turkeys. Well, let's see. Rafter kind of makes sense for birds, like, cause like they might perch in the rafters.
Really?
Well, I don't know, but
Do
not
turkeys
turkey.
perch up in things?
I don't know. I mean, they can't fly well, but they can fly some, you know? And so I want to say that they might not sleep on the ground. They sleep up, you know, a little bit off the ground.
Well, we got a lot of A's and we got a lot of C's.
Yeah. What's C?
A brood.
And A's a clutch?
Yes.
Okay. Clutch, rafter, brood, and peep. Is that right? Okay. Thank you. Gosh, okay. Well, I'm thinking a clutch.
Really?
But I don't know. A brood. Brood sounds good. A brood. They do sound broody. Okay, I'm gonna go with brood.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Is it a clutch?
Is it a clutch? Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
It's a rafter.
Oh, it is a rafter.
And this is like a first for this, is that nobody guessed rafter.
Wow.
Nobody.
Wow. Well.
All right, people, come on.
You know, and the more of these we get right, although nobody has to worry about that at this point, but the more the questions you get right, the more times your name goes in the hat, like you already said. So now the most anybody can get right is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get your name put in 4. Okay. Well, you know, moving on.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one.
All right. So, what is the fastest snake in the world?
Oh boy.
All right. A, black mamba, B, king cobra, C, boomslang, or D, taipan.
Taipan.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a book by James Clavell.
I know it's your favorite book. We've talked about this.
This is not my favorite book, but it is a good book.
It's up there. It's mentioned a lot.
Well, he wrote Shogun, Taipan, and King Rat.
Yeah.
And Taipan's really good.
Okay.
It's a really good historical fiction.
Yeah.
But Taipan means like King Pan or something. King something. I can't remember. I need to go reread that book now. Gosh, I haven't read it since I was a long time. Okay, Black Mamba, King Cobra. I don't think of King Cobra as being very fast. Because I think they just hang out in baskets. I'm pretty sure. If all the cartoons are accurate.
Clearly.
Their main way of getting around is being carried in baskets, I think. That's pretty evolutionary, pretty smart. If you think about it.
That's funny.
Black Mambas. Gosh.
So we got a good mix of some answers.
Oh, what are people saying?
People are saying we got a mix of black mambas and taipans.
You know, I think I'm, but no boom slangs.
No, I don't know.
I'm wondering if there's no boom slangs. I'm wondering if I ought to pick that because that's the one that was right last time that nobody picked. I want to go with the taipan in honor of James Clavell.
Oh gosh. When John and I were first dating, he tried to. I made it a point to read all his favorite books or try to.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I made it through all your Hemingway favorites, but when I got to Taipan, I couldn't do it.
You got to try it again. Dirk Strawn is the man.
Oh, it's like the names.
I can't believe I can't remember most things.
It's like another language. Half of it can't. It's other names. I can't.
Oh no! That was Shogun.
They all blend together at that point. I was like, oh no, man. There's a whole lot of words that I was like slowing way down to try to pronounce in my head. This
book that you had me read is just full of words. I just want you to know.
What's with these words? Okay. The answer, are you ready?
Yep.
And congrats to the people out there. Quite a few people got it. It is Black Mamba, A.
Black Mamba, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, congrats to people. Okay, Black Mamba, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Okay, what car sold more than 1 million units in 1965 and still holds the record today?
Ooh.
A, Buick Riviera, B, Pontiac Grand Prix, C, Chevrolet Impala, or D, Ford Thunderbird?
Okay, I've got to get the... the next 3 right to be able to to get more right than wrong. So I got to do a clean sweep of the rest of them.
Yeah. Oh, Fred says, my wife might divorce me if she read my favorite books.
Oh, no.
I'm scared. I'm scared of what those books are.
Wife hunting 101.
How to hide a body.
I'm going to say Impala.
Really? That's what you're going with?
Well, I think so, because I want to say that that's used a lot as a muscle. Well, a lot of they're muscle cars, but I mean, although Ford Thunderbird. No, but I'm gonna go with Impala because I know a lot of people that had those, and I think a lot of people collected them because you can do things to them. There's so much you can do with them. So I'm gonna go with that, but I don't know.
Well, a lot of people are guessing Thunderbird.
Ooh, are they?
Yes.
That can me wonder.
So,
that still holds a record. Wow.
Yeah, that's what's surprising.
Well, I'm going to go with Impala because I'm not really a gearhead. I don't know that much.
And Fred said the Mustang came out in 65, so it couldn't be the Thunderbird, right? Question mark. I don't know.
Mustang came out in 65.
I get the questions, I get the answers, I know nothing.
Mustang, so it could be okay. Oh, no. A Mustang wasn't one of the options, was it?
No.
Okay.
But I mean.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Impala. I think you're trying to lead me away from the answer.
I'm sneaky that way.
Yeah.
Okay, well the answer is in fact Impala. Very good.
Oh, I got one right.
Very good.
I gotta get the
and
next 2 right.
And a lot of people got it right. Way to go, people.
Hey,
Way to go.
all right.
Okay, next question.
I've got to get this next one right. Got to.
Okay. What was the first car to break the sound barrier?
Oh my goodness. Well, Chuck Yeager was the first dude. Does that count, knowing that?
Well, was he in a car?
No.
Oh, well, I got nothing, man. Okay, so A, are you ready?
Yeah.
A, Bloodhound. B, X-1. C, Bugatti Chiron. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And D, a Thrust SSC.
Okay, here's the problem. Okay, Chuck Yeager drove the X1, but that was a plane.
Well, maybe that
Experimental one, or whatever. But so did they rename the car, thinking we're gonna, kind of like how the Enterprise, they keep using that ship name all the way up to the 24th century. And
whatever.
And I mean, so gosh, bloodhounds aren't particularly quick, so I don't know, but you never know. Bugatti.
That seems. We're getting some Bugattis. We're getting some. We're getting some of everything. So, and Fred said these are tough questions.
They are. Yeah. You said today I'm gonna try to get some tough ones.
Well, last week was ridiculous. You were getting everybody was getting them. It was crazy.
That was a good week. See, but that makes us feel good about ourselves.
Well,
you should just ask the same questions every week. So, I don't need to be smart. I just gotta feel smart. That's all.
That's why I do the questions. I knew all these.
Oh, I see.
No.
I don't know. And the other one was Thrust something.
Okay, wait, what?
And the last one was Thrust something?
Thrust SSC.
Thrust SSC. And Bugatti X1. And the first one, what was the first one?
Steve says Karen won't let me use Google.
That's funny. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to go with the Thrust one because Bugatti, I know they make motorcycles. Maybe they also make fast cars. I don't know.
Okay, is that your final answer?
That's my final. I'll do that. I'll hold it. Thrust. That sounds like something that Elon Musk would come up with, doesn't it? It's like,
but
he always has these weird.
He is really rich.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do this.
He doesn't make a car.
No, but he doesn't make this car.
Right.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you the answer.
Okay,
you gotta give me your final answer.
I'll go Thrust.
All right, you are in fact Correct.
Ooh.
It is D, thrust, SSC.
Wow. Gosh, that almost hurt.
you were about to leave that answer.
I was about to leave that answer. All right. Well, good. Okay, so this, if I get this one right, then I've won. I didn't get them all, but at least I got more right than wrong. If I lose it, then I lose the game.
Well,
nothing could be more important of anything that's ever happened in my life than this question that's coming up.
Well, Lori says men keep answering thrust because it says thrust.
Exactly. That's why Elon Musk
sounds fast.
Yeah.
And Fred said it sounded fast.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here, I think this is the last question. Maybe. What was Google's original name?
Oh.
Well, in the last question, Steve said Karen said thrust, but she isn't playing.
Oh, hey Karen, there you go.
She should answer for him. Okay, what was Google's original name? A, Google, as in Googol.
Oh.
Or B, one shot. C, typist. Or D, back rub.
Wow, back rub.
Yeah. And Lori says you might win one of your pictures if you get it right.
No, she won't let me win. I can only lose.
He doesn't get any of these pictures.
I just either I get to maintain my self-respect for a week, or I don't. It's one of those. Back rub. That just sounds like a silly thing. Silly enough they might actually do that. You know, because like when you're just coming up with a code, you're just writing a thing. You know, you just name it something until you actually get the real name.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it could be anything.
Google. Sounds so silly. Anyway. Well, Fred guessed B. He said one shot.
One shot does sound like it makes the most sense, doesn't it? Back rub, though. I almost want to call it back rub.
Yeah. Is that where you want to go with that? Is that the direction we're headed?
I'm going to say one shot, but I'm thinking back rub.
A couple people have said one shot, so yeah, a few people. So
yeah.
Arthur says back rub. He's on your team.
No, I'm saying one shot too.
Oh.
I'm just thinking that it probably is back rub because it's just they're like.
Fred said I can barely work a computer, so. Here we are.
Here we are. Okay, I'm going to say one shot. Has everybody answered?
Okay. And Steve's guessing random, probably C. Okay, so the answer is, in fact, D, back rub. I thought that
my
was
goodness.
ridiculous when I read it.
Wow. Well, congratulations to those who picked D. Well,
way to go, people. Those were some tough questions, so thanks for hanging.
They were. Those were tough questions. That's a little crazy.
Okay, so why don't you show, while I put these hats.
But thanks for playing.
I'm going to put these names in this hat while you explain what's going on over there, what you've done so far.
All right. Explain what you've done.
Explain yourself.
All right. I'm just adding green everywhere around here. What I'm doing with the painting right now is I'm just putting more of the underpainting. And so I'm just putting more green around here. At first I put black. Now I'm going over that with a dark emerald green and some light greens. And the black is kind of tacky. The dark emerald green is a little thicker, and the light green is actually pretty thin. So it gives me 3 different textures to fill over here. But the idea, though, is that I'm just covering all this up so that I get a nice blend of colors. So when I go back in and I start painting in like the detail, it'll have something behind it to really give it more texture, to give it more kind of grip in a way, like to make it more interesting to look at, more realistic. I heard the hat shaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
boy.
Lori said I have to go with Fred on her answer because he said thrust and he was right. And then Fred said dope. And then, hey, I got one. And Lori said no way. And then Steve said damn. All right, so are you ready to pull a name?
I'm ready.
Okay. Come on.
Let's see. Okay. All right. So, ooh.
I know, hold the button on the mic.
Oh, sorry, guys. White noise. Okay. So there's a.
You want to open it? And then, oh my goodness.
I can do it. I can do it.
6 over on YouTube.
Oh, 6. Hey.
What's up? Awesome.
You're holding it up right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, congratulations. Well,
awesome.
Jacqi, tell 6 what he's won.
Well, okay, so I know you're over on YouTube and commenting over there, so if you could email, because I when somebody gets it over on YouTube, I don't have a way to like contact them back. So if you're hopefully still watching, email or Facebook message John. So the email is bramblet@gmail.com. And just let us know what image you want and your address, and I will send you a medium print of your choice. So, but be sure and I'll try to message you, but I don't think on the YouTube you can't really do that because we've had a winner in the past that I could not get back to.
Yeah. So hopefully 6, if you're there, just let us know what you want, and yeah, Facebook, YouTube. But congratulations!
Yay! Toby says you need to go with your gut and don't second guess yourself. And Fred said you could just say Fred. Lori said, okay, so here we go. So my trivia question is, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I like this. We need to do this more like people ask trivia.
Yeah, this is fun. Okay.
When are you two coming to Florida like we talked about a while ago?
That's a hard one.
You know, well, I should say, the turtle has been shipped, and there is talk of going out to see the turtle in Florida. Mm-hmm. So there's the possibility of that.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And,
that would be the soonest, and hopefully it'd be like in a few months. That's the turtle. I think is going to be installed and on display. Probably, I would imagine within a few months, because I imagine the turnaround is something like that. Hey, and Nancy just chimed in and said yes for the unveiling of the turtle.
Ooh, yes. We want to come so much.
And Steve said, glad we joined tonight. Thanks for the fun time. Thank you.
Thanks. Steve, thanks so much. And say hi to Karen for us, please. And we'll see you soon. We'll come in.
Yeah, we're going to come in. Awesome.
We're getting back to normal life. Have you heard about if the turtle has gotten there yet?
No. I mean, I imagine it's still in
transit.
Well, and it was going to the, which. Nancy's she's the expert, so it's
going to the place to get the coating.
Yeah.
My mom asked today, and I was like, I gotta ask Jacqi and see, but.
Yeah.
Well, brilliant. Yeah, because we can't wait, and I want to see all the other turtles.
Ooh, Nancy said it should arrive tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So, I hope every. Man, I am crossing my fingers at everything with that. I imagine
gosh, it was packed. So
well, and even the FedEx guy, when he picked it up, Nancy, just to let you know, he was like, "Oh, this is a good crate. Like this is."
Yeah.
So it felt
we wrapped
secure.
it in extra plastic.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah. So. Okay, and 6 joined us over on Facebook and said, I found the right spot. So, yay! I can actually message you now that you're over there and after this, and, you can let me know all that info. So
yeah, and 6, if you want to check out the all the paintings that I have are on my website, bramblet.com, which is also like down, hold it, I'm not sure which way it is, like down there on the so it's bramblet.com, and here, right, and but all the images are on there. So if you want to check them out, and if you see one that you like, just let us know. If you see one you don't like, let us know. We'll still send that. We'll send it to you, and you can give it away as a gift. So.
Send it to your enemy.
Yeah, you can send it to your enemy.
This is for you. No, you have to put it on your wall.
That's awesome.
Well, Steve says Karen says hi. So.
Oh, hi,
hey.
Karen.
And okay, so Nancy says our local Chevy dealer auto body shop is doing the acrylic coat. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. And Lori says it will be perfect. Don't worry. And 6 says I look at it often, drooling over what I want someday. And haha, take that nemesis. So, yeah, pretty crazy.
Awesome. Well, darling, I guess we got to call it for the night.
Okay. Well, I guess you'll probably have more of that painting done by next Tuesday, and may even be working on a different one.
Yeah, and I'll have the I actually finished the
Wave.
paddleboard and the waves and stuff. So I have that. And,
Yes.
And the elephant painting will probably be done, and this one will be done, I think. So I have a lot to show you guys. But
Yeah, it'll
hope
be fun.
you guys have a good weekend. Oh, and we'll have more information about the live stream where we actually have people in here posing. So if anybody wants to get sketching or painting or photographing, photoing.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a big parody with it. And I lost it in the middle and couldn't. Yeah. Anyway, bye guys.
Well, Deidre says, "Love your turtle wherever it nests. You should be proud." So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And then Nancy says, "Thanks for the education tonight." Lori says, "No, stay." And Fred said, "Always great. Thank you guys." So again, thanks for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't Tuesday, but we will be back next Tuesday with a lot more information. And be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And maybe we'll give away more art. Who knows?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good night.